Don't mess her up, or I will mess you up. Hello everybody, my name is Audrey, and today I am doing a tag that I'm so excited about. I feel like I've said that about every single tag ever. And it is the mid-year book freakout tag. And I've read a lot of really good books this year. I'm on my 37th book already, which I'm feeling pretty good about that. So I've read a lot of really fun books, and now I get to freak out about them, and I'm super excited about it. So let's get started. Number one is a very easy one. It is the best book you read this year. Six of Crows. This book was just so good. I'm so happy it lived up to the hype. You get all these books like really hyped up on Bookstagram or BookTube or on Twitter or on a blog or something, or even on Goodreads, and then you read it and you're like, I don't get it, but I read this and I got it so aggressively. This book was phenomenal. Number two is the best sequel that you've read this year. I don't have this book with me today, but it is A Win in the Door by Madeleine L'Engle. This was my favorite second book that I have encountered this year. I've read many a Madeleine L'Engle book since June, and I've loved all of them, but Win in the Door was just so good. I really loved it. Teenage Calvin and Meg. Just, yes, respect. It was so good. Number three is a new release that you still need to read, or want to read, or have to read, or all of the above, and for that one I have chosen King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. I've had this book since like a week after it came out, and I have started it, but I haven't finished it. I don't know why. I need to. I just want to know what happens. I want to know if Mare is okay. Apparently something really intense happens with her and Cal at the end of this book, so I gotta get through the end of it, but I have zero motivation to read this one. I just want to do it, but I don't. It's conflicted feelings. It needs to happen though. Number four is the most anticipated book of 2017. And the thing about me and reading is I usually don't know that new books are out until they're out, so I don't have a ton of anticipated books. I'm really excited for the third Magnus Chase book. I haven't read the other two, but I have kind of like a Rick Riordan shrine in my room. Above my windowsill I have this shelf, and when I was a little girl it had stuffed animals on it, and I was like, you know what? I have a lot of Rick Riordan books. So now they're all just like above my window, just like my Rick Riordan shrine, and I want Magnus Chase there to just like fill it out a little bit more. That book comes out while I'm in Europe, so I might buy it while I'm in Europe to get the UK cover, because that would be really cool, and then buy it again when I get back to America so I can have both covers because I'm extra like that. Question number five. The biggest disappointment of 2017 so far. What a letdown. I thought you would be better than this. Number six, the biggest surprise of the year so far. Mine was actually Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard, another book in the Red Queen series. Everyone said they hated this book, but I really liked it. I don't know why everybody hated it. They're like, oh, it's so political. It's just Mare running around trying to save people. And I'm like, yeah, but like, so is a lot of other young adult novels. I don't know what the problem with this one is. And it was so good. I don't know why everyone hated this book. I almost liked it more than the first one. Question number seven, your favorite new author. I have not read any books this year by authors who have released their brand new book, but I introduced myself to a new author. Many new authors. But this year, my favorite one so far is Madeleine L'Engle. I seriously am so annoyed that I didn't read any of her books when I was a little kid, because I would have loved them. I love them now. And they're amazing, and she's amazing, and her books are so good. And I just love them. Her writing is gorgeous, and she's amazing, and why is she never talked about on BookTube? I don't understand. Question number eight, your favorite new fictional crush. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm a sucker for fictional boys. I love them. So I have two for this one because I honestly could not decide. The first one is Adam Eddington from The Arm of the Starfish, which was my favorite book by Madeleine L'Engle that I read this year. I absolutely loved it, and Adam is such a dork, and I am a sucker for the nerd, so I really loved Adam. I thought he was just so adorable. And my second one is August Flynn from This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. August Flynn is a monster, but he doesn't want to be a monster, and it's just like conflicted and like brooding like Prince Zuko, and I was just like, oh, I loved him so much. But he was like a more adorable version of Prince Zuko, you know what I mean? Like a pure Prince Zuko. He was great. Number nine, your favorite new character. Meg Murray. I loved her to death. She was amazing. I really loved her in the first three books. I'm still extraordinarily nervous about that movie because, oh my goodness, get Meg right. Don't mess her up or I will mess you up. Don't do it. I'm not even playing. This is serious business. Number 10, a book that made you cry. You know what's really good, you guys, is I actually haven't cried about a lot of books this year. Actually, really any. Almost no books. I've gotten a lot verklempt many times, but like never tears. And then I started rereading The Lightning Thief. And why? I don't know. I already know what's gonna happen. In this book, I've read it so many times. but I would think I was just like overwhelmed to be reading it again. I was like, I love this book so much. So I got a little teary-eyed when I was reading The Lightning Thief, which is very embarrassing to admit because I'm an adult and that book is geared towards literally 12-year-olds. So I kind of cried at that, but I haven't really cried reading books this year. Cried a little bit at A Wrinkle in Time, but not really many emotions yet. I haven't gotten to a sad book. Maybe I will. I don't know, we'll see. Number 11, a book that made you happy or that made you laugh or that you just had a great time reading. I have 2 for this one. I've read a lot of really happy, fun books this year, and it's been amazing. So the first one is Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. This is a graphic novel about a girl who wants to be a supervillain, and even though there was a lot of emotion and heart in it, it was mostly just really funny, and it was so much fun to read, and the art style is just super quirky, and I just had a fantastic time while reading this book. It made me so, so happy. And the second one is It Is Always and Forever, Lara Jean by Jenny Han. This was a total surprise book. She only meant to write the first 2 books. She was like, okay, 2 books, I'm done. Doesn't need to be a trilogy like my last series. And then about a year ago, she announced that she was gonna write a 3rd book. So this was a total surprise book, a total gift. It's really just, she was saying that it's really just like a appreciation for the fans. Like she wrote this for us, and it just, I'm so happy we got it. And guess what, you guys? I posted about this on Instagram, but because I pre-ordered it, I got a signed book plate from Simon & Schuster in the mail, which I love, and it has Jenny Han's signature on it, which is amazing. Number 12, your favorite adaptation of a book. The Lightning Thief musical. It reignited my love for a series that I love so much, kind of been pushed in the back of my brain. And then the musical soundtrack came out and I was like, okay, I'll give it a whirl. Because you know, after the Lightning Thief movie and the Sea of Monsters movie, everyone in the Percy Jackson fandom is a little iffy on adaptations of that book because like, those were real bad. It was such a good adaptation. It was so faithful to the book and I'm like so content. I feel like my characters got their justice that they deserved and it was amazing and I loved it. Number 13, the favorite review that you have filmed this year. My Wayfarer review was actually really super fun to film. I didn't love this book, but I had a really great time filming the review, especially because the Final Fangirl Thoughts is mostly just me making faces and like sighing discontentedly. Final Fangirl Thoughts are done. That review was a lot of fun to film and it felt really good to get my emotions and my frustration out on this book. Just like it's out in the open now and I can mostly let it go. Clearly I haven't all the way, but it's mostly there. Number 14. The most beautiful book you've bought this year. Wildwood by Colin Moulay and Carson Ellis. Emily actually got this book for me. Thanks, Emily. And she actually bought it for the cover because we were at, where were we? LA Bay Books. And she was like, oh, let's get a bunch of books. And I was like, fantastic. She said, I'm gonna pick you one just based on what the cover looks like. And I was like, okay, go for it. And she found this beautiful gem and it's just gorgeous. I literally cannot wait to read this because look how pretty it is. Number 15. Your must read by the end of the year. What book must you read before 2017 is over? I really want to read the Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. I love Six of Crows and its sequel, Crooked Kingdom, and this is supposed to be really fantastic. I don't think it's called the Grisha trilogy anymore. I feel like she changed it. I can't remember. But I have the whole box set. Got it on Amazon for like 20 bucks. It was kind of a deal. And I'm just dying to read it. That was the last question. We're done with the tag. Let's wrap this sucker up. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. I love it when you liked it. It makes me feel really happy. Comment below some of your answers to these questions so that we can chat about books because books are amazing. If you want to talk about more books or talk about any other thing that relates to nerd stuff or not, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. There's a button either on this side of my face or on this side. Find it and subscribe if you want. I would love it if you would. That'd be amazing. Alright, I think that's all I have for you today, so until next time, my name is Audrey and I will see you in the next chapter. I got the finger guns again. I just... finger guns. Don't mess her up, or I will mess you up.